Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Boo! Trick or treat. Oh, how about this one? Boo! Trick or treat. Let's see here. Hmm. The air is dry in here. I just split my lip in the most awkward way. And as usual, let me say it one more time. I really, really have to find. Well, actually, I know where it is. I have to set up my humidifier. Mm, mm, gosh, that hurts. Mm. That's that combination dry air. And well, that's it. It's just dry air. So, oh man, I gotta really do that because I constantly split my lip from the dry air. Okay. That would not happen in Miami. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let me go all the way back and see who was here first. Who was here 45 minutes ago? MJB, thank you so much for being first. Elaine Parker, thank you for being here. Top of the morning to you. And I'm just gonna scroll and say hi to you all individually. Okay. Oh, well, there's not that many people. Well, at least the conversation wasn't that long. Okay. Thank you all very much. Judy, Matassa, Joanna, Hong. Let me see. Black Queen, Nene, uh, Diane Hawkins, Marjorie Austin. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let me just get started because it's already so late. Well, it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Da 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 da. Okay. Oh, there we go. So, it is the last day. Hey, Big Mama. It is the last day. I know it's been 2 months, right? For 2 months, I've been talking about that humidifier. And I promise you, it can't even be 10 feet away. But I want to clean it out, make sure that, there's no mold in there. But I'm very good about drying out the humidifier. Oh, the troll spray. Yes, you're so right. Thanks, Elaine Parker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Yeah, let me do the troll spray. But yeah, I'm very good about drying it out so that it doesn't collect any mold or anything. Um, when it's not in use during the summertime. But yeah, but I'm still gonna clean it just to make sure. Okay, the troll spray. Thank you so much for the reminder. I almost forgot about that. Well, I did forget about it. Um, hmm. Troll spray custom. Go back 1 week. Oh, and while I'm on the topic of the troll spray, if you are unable to comment, please make sure that you did not unsubscribe yourself, because sometimes when you want to hit that notification bell, you might by mistake unsubscribe yourself, which is also a bell, I believe. So yeah, just make sure that that's not the case, because if it is, then I can't help you with that. And so you may be like, if the troll spray is on, maybe for 1 week you won't be able to comment. So yeah, so just make sure you do that, and I will check on my part to make sure that I did not block you by mistake, because there's always that possibility. So, but somehow we'll make sure that it gets taken care of. Okay. Hmm. All right. Okay. So that is taken care of. Very good. Yes. So this is the last day of Black History Month in the United Kingdom, not the U.S., but the United Kingdom. So, oh, that was the wrong one, wasn't it? It sure was. Um, hmm. Yeah. So anyway, if it is, if you are in the United Kingdom, happy Black History Month, and then of course, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Uh, okay, let's go here. So we are led by fools, said someone, I suppose from Kenya or maybe from Africa. But either way, that was his words, not mine. We are led by fools. Um, okay. And then if you take a look there, here is the state dinner for Kenya. Um, well, anyway, they did pull out all stops. I'll say that. And good on the first lady of Kenya for wearing her hair in a very natural style. I I think that's, I mean, however you wear your hair, that's on you. But you know, for for 8 years we had a first lady that maybe could have worn braids, and for corporate reasons, because you want that corporate look when you're in the White House. She rarely, if ever, wore braids, but now she does wear braids. And it's good to see that there is a first lady that has her hair just very natural. I think that's a good thing. But again, not to judge anybody. However you wear your hair is your choice. But it's good to see that someone in very high levels of power and authority is going with the natural hair. I don't think we have enough of that nowadays. So good for her. I don't think I have a close up of it, but yeah, she just got a nice little trim, and it looks really good, and she's very beautiful, and I'm glad for her. And of course, hey, won't you play another somebody? Well, did not apologize song. This guy acknowledged but did not apologize. So I guess another acknowledgement song. It was a little song and dance. I didn't even hear the speech, but from the reports, it fell short of an apology. It was a very passionate acknowledgement, but an apology it was not. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, nobody's surprised by that, of course, but um, the politicians, the government of Kenya invited Charles III, and it's none of my business directly, but Kenya has what I've heard has the fastest growing economy in Africa right now. And if this, helps the 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 economy of Kenya, I don't know what it does for the self-respect of the politicians, but um, if it does anything for the economy of Kenya, if there is some fair and equitable trade, then I'm going to say that it's worth it. I don't like to look back. I really do like to look forward, but you cannot ignore the history either, because You know what they say: if past is prologue, if history is any indicator of what's possible, like right now, you can look to the Middle East and you can see that history is repeating. In some people's judgment, history is repeating. People who have been received the short end of the history. The I'm trying to say it politely, but people who have been nearly annihilated in history. It seems like some of their ancestors right now haven't seemed to learn from the history of the past, or perhaps it's something more sinister. Maybe they have learned and just don't care. But it's very difficult right now to look at the news, and I don't even mean the mainstream news, but to see the reports on social media and not um, feel a reaction to that. And thank God for the people, if you're one of them, God bless you, that has been on the streets protesting, making your voices heard. There's a few people that have disappointed us recently. Um, I'm not even going to name them, but not squatties, but people close to the squad. People, should I say, that are known by the squad that have disappointed us. And me, of course, I can't look at Joe Biden right now. You know, I'm a huge fan of Joe Biden, and right now I can't look at him, and I don't have anything to say about him. So um, it's tough. It's really really tough. And so even though I'm not Kenyan that I know of, even though I'm not, I'm not a citizen of Kenya, I'm not a citizen of the United Kingdom, I'm sorry, a subject of His Majesty, I can identify with certain emotions that's happening right now. So um, let's hope, let's hope that something good comes out of this. Let's hope this is beneficial, not just to the politicians, not just to the oligarchs, whether it's the oligarchs in the United Kingdom or the oligarchs in Kenya. Let's hope that something good comes out of this, that this is going to be a major boost to the economy, because you cannot unring that bell, and most likely there won't ever be any reparations. But if it can benefit the economy of Kenya, then I'm just gonna hold my nose. Yes, I'm gonna hold my nose and take this dose of medicine. And I just hope it's beneficial for the people of Kenya. But it is it is a weird time in the world right now. I'll say that. And I'm surprised I'm not in more of a state about it, because at the time of the Gulf War, I didn't sleep for a few nights because I couldn't stand the thought of what my government was doing with my tax dollars. And once again, I find myself in that same position where I can't stand what my government is doing with my tax dollars. So it is history repeating. And I hope you guys are coping. I hope you guys are coping, because I know that some of the headlines have been really really tough, and some of the videos and such that come up on the social media. I mean, sadly, the mainstream media, um, they're not really covering the Middle East properly. They are picking and choosing what they choose to speak about, but what they report, they have people have lost their jobs. people have lost their jobs. Um, there are some students, I really admire the students who have taken a stand about, I won't even call it a war because I'm not sure it's the proper thing to say. It's hard to call it a war because it's so unbalanced. But there are students that are marching and protesting and that are being, what do they call it? Shadow is where they follow you across your social media to see if you say anything that goes against their their um, their ideology or whatever, and then all of a sudden your career prospects are in the toilet. So um, yeah, it's really an interesting time. So take care of yourselves, everyone. Please make sure that you're protecting your mental health when you're watching or reading or listening to these conversations, because there's only so much any of us can do as an individual. But if you uh, want to go to a peaceful protest or something like that, then do it. Do it. You'll find some camaraderie in those groups. I would say make a donation, but I'm not sure that they go where they're supposed to at the moment. So that's an individual decision. Legs says, unfortunately, tap dancing didn't work too well for them in the past. They rode the bus to QE2's funeral. The royals expect deference, and they gave it. Yeah. Uh, what Legs is referring to is that, in spite of the fact that a lot of the African leaders, uh, was it limited to Africa? Was some of them from Asia and from the Caribbean? But yeah, these former colonies, um, um, and Commonwealth countries, they asked the leaders of those countries to ride the bus to the Queen's funeral because they didn't want to have to go through the trouble of accommodating all of these motorcades, given the amount of security and such. And well, anyway, the unconquered, was it president or prime minister of Ethiopia? She said, "I'm not getting on a bus. I am not getting on a bus." She said, "I have all of the protocols I need. If I have to ride the bus, I'm not going." And she was one of the few, if any, that stood up, um, to the request of the British government. And of course, you're not going to put the president of the United States on somebody's bus. Um, that's not going to happen. So you know they they rode the bus, and it was very disappointing to see all of these black leaders, these world leaders, riding on a luxury coach to the Queen's funeral, while some of the other countries, or most of the other countries, well, not, I won't say most, but you know what I mean. They didn't take the bus. That was, I think, it's very disrespectful. But you know, um, it happened. So um, that was a long way to go to be humiliated. And thank you for reminding us about that, Legs. But yeah, that's what's happening today. Is that so far? Uh, I don't know of any protests. Everything has gone like clockwork, precision, precision, timed and everything, gone like clockwork. Let's see. Hello, Ivy here. Sussex Global UK. Ivy, Charles is trying to stop the leakage of the remnant of the Commonwealth separating from the United Kingdom slowly. He is protecting the existence of the monarchy, and I doubt majority of Kenya will benefit. Yeah, I'm just hopeful, but the way these things go, it bolsters the image of the politicians. It's a feather in the cap of the monarch, of course, but otherwise they come away with a bunch of gifts that most of the people that give them really cannot afford, and yeah. And am I wrong about this, or do they still have British soldiers in Kenya? Do they still have troops? Do they still have soldiers in Kenya? I could have sworn that I heard that, if I'm not mistaken, that some woman was killed by a British soldier some 10 years ago. Am I correct to believe that they still have troops or soldiers in Kenya? Because if they do, just like the United States, that is an empire. That is an imperialistic move. Now, it ain't much of an empire, but the United States has more foreign military bases than any other country in the world. We spend more on our military than the next few countries combined. We spend a lot on our military. Even China hasn't really caught up yet, but we spend a lot on our military. So that is what they refer to as imperialistic pursuits. And to call it otherwise, well, that would be a mistake. The United States has a lot to atone for. I won't even pretend otherwise. There's a lot to atone for. So, um, and I won't even say that I'm disappointed with Joe Biden right now. It's what I expect because there's a very powerful lobby that no president ever goes up against. I don't know one that has. It seems as no president or no king of the United Kingdom has ever gone up against that very powerful lobby. And so I won't say that I'm shocked by it because I'm not, but I'm just very disappointed. But thank you so much. Um, Hello, Ivy here. Thank you very much, Ivy, for the comments. Let's see. Okay. 400 of them. 400 of who? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yalibi is very disappointing. It's very disappointing. Our tax dollars going for some things that I didn't vote for. Let's see. There are protests just out of the way where Charles, as the news in Kenya have reported the issue of him being there, and the question is, why is he there? Yeah, I know that there were people that did protest, but not in earshot. They're keeping it a very very sterile for Charles and his emotional support, Camilla. But and then I did see that one thing where they broke up a protest yesterday. And I think they did the same thing when there was on the Caribbean tour. Wasn't there like a couple of protests that were like blocked or something like that? Okay, in 2021, artillery from the UK base in Kenya caused a fire, burned 12,000 acres of conservation land. One Kenyan killed fighting fire, no compensation or apology from UK government. So they do still have troops there. Is that right? Oh, that's what that was. 400 British troops is what I think. Okay. Okay. So just enough for a sovereign to feel safe when they visit, right? Right. And no doubt, I'm sure there's one of those British Navy frigates or something off the coast, just so that the sovereign can feel secure. You know, in the old days, they would have taken the Britannia, they would have sailed it down to Kenya, um, and used it while the visit went on. But of course, thanks to Tony Blair, the Royal Yacht Britannia is in mothballs, where it ought to be. Where it ought to be. Okay, let us continue. So, there was actually a Jeopardy question. Well, I'm sorry, a Jeopardy answer. The first name is shared by a character introduced in 1941 and a member of the royalty who is sixth in line to the British throne. So I do have a sound bite for you. Do 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 Boom, boom. Okay. Okay. Oh, I got a picture that I'm going to share with you guys later. It is so funny.
Let's reveal the category you three are playing today. Names the same. Interesting. They'll ponder their wagers, and then we'll come right back with the clue.
Consumer Cellular, this is Sam. How may I help you?
Final Jeopardy today. Let's show our champion wildcard players the clue. This first name is shared by a character introduced in 1941 and a member of royalty who is sixth in line to the British throne. 30 seconds. Good luck. We'll come first to you and your 3600. Still writing, but it's too late. What did you begin writing? Can we tell? What is Beatrice? I don't know. No, we'll never know. You wagered all of it, I'm afraid. It'll drop you down to 0. Aaron Craig was in second place. What did you come up with? What is Charlotte? And you said hi to Evan and Camille. I think they will appreciate it, but unfortunately, it is not Charlotte. I think she's higher than 6th. So you wagered 3202 and we'll drop down to 10,798. Hari Parameshwaran had the lead with 17,200. His response? What is James? No, the name in common here is Archie. Archie Andrews of Riverdale began comic book life in 1941. And of course, Harry and Meghan's son, the Prince of Sussex, Prince Archie. So it all depends on your wager here, Hari. How big did you go? Oh, 11,000 takes you down to 6,200. Aaron Craig from second place. You just made it into the wild card semifinals. Congratulations. Let's review.
Okay, so the guy on the left is the one that won. None of them got it right. None of them got it right. It seems like the lady on the far right, she was going to say Beatrice, but she just left it at beat because she knew that that wasn't correct. And then the guy in the middle, he waged everything on James. And of course, that was wrong. And the guy that had the most money, well, actually the second most money, was the guy that won, and he has $10,798 left. So he is the one that won, the one that's pumping his fist. So yeah, that was the first to have Archie, I think, on the Jeopardy. Let's see. Lex says, oh, okay. Lex says they blocked the protests in Barbados, I believe. Ah, very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I didn't think it was Jamaica, but I knew that there was some protest somewhere that they blocked while they were on that Caribbean tour. So I'm surprised nobody dressed up as the Caribbean tour. Oh man, that would be funny. Uh okay, let us continue then. All right, so today was a big day for the crown princess of Spain in front of in front of God and all of the parliament. She swore an oath to the Constitution of Spain. What a huge, momentous occasion. Um, Leonora, Princess Leonora, who is dressed in all white, she is the one that had to take the oath. So apparently, uh, King Philippe and gosh, what's her name? Letizia, they had only girls. And so this is going to be an interesting future for Europe because I think there are more girls as sovereigns on the way than there has been for quite some time. So, um, yeah, it is going to be very interesting because you have Leonora, you have, oh, is it Sweden? And I'm trying to think where else. Anyway, but that's what's coming down the pike. Um, so yeah, that's going to be a first. They haven't had a woman ruler of Spain for 150 years, I think they said. Anna Boyd, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Halloween! I know some people don't celebrate, and anyway, happy Tuesday, and of course, for some of you all, it is Wednesday, Prince Spaghetti Day, and oh, okay. Well, thank you again. Thank you for the super sticker. And again, happy Halloween. Happy last day of Black History Month in the United Kingdom. Greatly appreciate it. Now, take a look here. As you can see, she looks very smart in her very pressed white suit. And there she is with her very proud papa. You know, that is so cool. I'm going to tell you that there are men nowadays that are not, um, I guess, well, I mean, I guess it's always been that way, but it is just more obvious the pride that they take in their daughters, except for one. The King of Sweden seems to be rather disappointed that his son, who was the second born, is not the future sovereign. It is Sweden, right? Of Sweden. He said that he had made some stink about them changing the law that allowed for the firstborn, whether it's boy or girl, which is exactly what happened when Charlotte was born. The queen actually changed the law that said, well, through a letter patent, she changed it where whoever comes next, boy or girl, who's ever the first born will be the sovereign. And there's other countries that have changed the rules about that. They were almost forced to do the same thing in Japan. Now, there was this long period in Japan where there were no boys born. And so it was a very, very close call. They were in the Japanese parliament or Congress parliament, and they were um, debating changing the law so that there would be the first empress of Japan to be the next, ruler, and or the next to reign, if you will. And just as they were negotiating, did you guys see that on television? Just as they were negotiating the law, someone whispers into the ear of the prime minister or whatever the title is, and they stopped the music. Apparently, the crown princess was pregnant, and I believe they knew it was a boy. And so for that reason, they didn't have to change the law, but they were coming just that close because there were no boys. But then the crown princess was pregnant with a boy, and so they decided to just scrap the whole thing. So this is like rich folks' problem. This is first world 1%, royal empress ruler stuff. We common folk don't deal with things like this. But yeah, that King Gustav of Sweden, he was such a little stinker about that, saying that he just said it. He didn't think the law was fair. And his son is that good looking little Scooby snack. What's his name? Carl something. He wanted his son Carl to be the next ruler of Sweden, but his daughter was born first, and they had changed the law. I'm just like, why would you even bring that up? You know what I'm saying? That's so disrespectful to his daughter. Leg says, do you think Baldy forced his grandma to do that for Charlotte? I am noticing a trend. She didn't do it for her daughter. How did he get a helicopter? Legs, I've been saying for the longest, he shook down his grandma to get that 8 million pound helicopter. While the Queen was alive and in good health, while Charles was, next in line, there was no sensible purpose for William to have his own helicopter. So yeah, I do believe he shook down his granny for that helicopter. And also the whole thing about Charlotte, yeah, I really do believe that. As a matter of fact, I cannot think of the other thing that I believe he was trying to coerce her into agreeing to, and it didn't happen. But yeah, he could be a bit intimidating, I think, with the family. And it's very interesting when you consider that when it came to like direct interactions with William and the Queen, or with Kate and the Queen, there seemed to be a minimal amount of it. Or am I, Elaine? I'd have to defer to you perhaps about that. It just didn't seem like there was as much interaction as it should have been, as though they, as the Queen said, Kate was lazy and didn't have an identity of her own and didn't have a good work ethic. William, we know he could give a rat's behind about work. So, yeah, it just seems like he uh, was able to get everything that he wanted without really earning it, if you ask me. I mean, I know it's inevitability he's going to get all that stuff, but yeah, I think that they kind of they got a lot for doing very little. So yeah, thank you, Legs. I'm in total agreement. I do believe that there was a trend of William kind of forcing people's hands to get certain things. Okay. I didn't watch this ceremony, but I think I'm going to go and at least glance at it a bit. I'm kind of curious. Diane Hawkins says Slack's outfit is a old move for this occasion. Is it old or bold? I'm saying Spain royal ladies are squad. Yes. I did notice that. I did notice that. As a matter of fact, I was going to make a reference to it at some point. Take a look here. Now, what you know what? I'm giving myself goosebumps when I say this, but what a poised and elegant and regal young lady that is. Do you see Do you see that sea of people in front of her? I mean, it's not the biggest hall in the world, but that is people that may or may not be friendly toward your family. Of course, everybody is on their best behavior for the occasion, but like with any government, here you have the parliament in session, and this teenage girl, is swearing your oath to the Constitution of Spain. I just can't help but think that this is a huge, huge moment. Now, from what I read, there seems to be like Princess Lenora fever in Spain right now. So she seems to be a very well rounded young lady. I don't know much about her, of course, but she just seems to be very, very regal. And yeah, good for her. Let's see. I heard that the queen changed the rules because she felt that she was a female and queen, and it was no reason that future monarchs should be in the line of succession by birth, not by sex. Yeah, I think it's something that has been trending with the royal households, and there's always that possibility that William kind of, because didn't William want Kate to be declared princess before she became the Princess of Wales, which still she is supposed to be referred to as Catherine, Kate, Princess of Wales, and not really Princess Kate, but people just say Princess of Wales. The same way, I mean, Princess Kate, the same way that I say Princess Megan, but really, you're not supposed to call her Princess Kate. You're supposed to call her Kate, Princess of Wales. Anyway, but she wasn't born a princess, so she's really not entitled to be called a princess. Just like Camilla is not supposed to be a queen; she's a queen consort. So, just one of those little technicalities, but I digress. Uh, William probably told the queen that if she give him a helicopter, he could do more work. Terry, I just told you I split my lip. Are you trying to make me do it again? Let me put some more lip balm on. You know what? This ain't even working. I need some petroleum jelly. I need something industrial. Not supposed to eat it though, huh? I think you can though. Okay. Disaster averted. Ugh, got some on my tongue. Actually, this is one of those dry skin moisture, but it's made with petroleum jelly. When you live in these cold states, you have to keep your feet greased. You got to grease that foot before that skin break. Got to grease that foot real good. Okay. So yeah, what a moment this was. Now, it wouldn't be nothing, or should I say, it wouldn't be complete without some controversy. So there's the grandma, uh, Philippe's, King Philippe's mother, and that's his father, Juan Carlos, King Juan Carlos of Spain. Now, Juan Carlos actually retired. He abdicated, or whatever they call it, technically abdicated, but he stepped down so that his son could take the throne. And it wasn't because he wanted to, it was because he had to. Because this guy, he did really good maintaining things while Franco was in power, right? He steered the country back toward democracy. But the little bit I know about the story is that he has been living high on the hog, that he has had access to a lot of political favors and foreign accounts. And he doesn't even live in Spain. He's been living in exile in like the Arab Emirates or something like that. He's a big time womanizer. And I tell you, my imagination runs rampant as to why his hips gave out on him, but he had to have his hips replaced. He had to have his hips replaced, honey. He had to have his hips replaced because he's been, shall we say, busy. Yeah, they what is it? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Well, Juan Carlos is a Rolling Stone, and wherever he laid his hat was his home. Yeah, so he's still alive. I think he's like 87, but he's still alive. And so his long-suffering wife, who is not a stranger to Aquanet hairspray, as you can see. She loves the big hair. I don't know what it is about old rich women. The older they get, the bigger their hair gets. This is the only hair that is as big and as stiff as her hair is Beatrix of the Netherlands. She was good for some pretty formidable hair. I mean, the real helmet hair. Anyway, so she is crying. Now, I forgot what this event was, but apparently she was not invited to her granddaughter's oath or swearing in ceremony. She was not invited to this. It was full of pomp and circumstance. As you can see, you don't see any helmets on the stage, do you? That's because she wasn't invited. She and Queen Letizia don't get along so well. As a matter of fact, there was that one embarrassing occasion when Letizia actually, I think she had kissed one of the girls on the cheek, and Letizia wiped the lipstick off the girl's face, or girls, off the two girls' faces, and this was done in front of the cameras. It was like, stop touching my children. Oh, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. So I don't know. I think things are better between Letizia and her mother-in-law, but she's a real drama mama. So of course, I don't even know if she's crying because of the the very ill person that she was talking to, or it's like a big conference table, or if she's in tears because she's putting on a performance in front of the cameras so that they will feel sorry for her and invite her to the ceremony. Now, to be fair, there is a ceremony that took place, or there was a ceremony that took place after the oath, and she was invited to that, and so was Juan Carlos. I don't believe that she and Juan Carlos have lived together for quite some time, but in the eyes of the public, she's very old school. She doesn't, I don't think she makes a fuss about the mistresses, and there have been plenty, but I don't believe she makes a fuss about it, at least of all not publicly. But Lorna Williams says when you get older, you lose hair, so it's volumized. Ah, thank you, Lorna Williams. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so she just, she's getting to that age where she wants to jack that hair up, huh? All right. Well, That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. But yeah, so she's something else. All I know is that she's a drama mama. That's the only thing I know about her, is that she's quite dramatic and she's very possessive of the granddaughters. I don't know what it is, but she seems to be a bit obsessed about the granddaughters, and Letizia has to put her back in her place every now and again. And as for Juan Carlos, oh, what an embarrassment he is. Yes, yes. Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady with the iron hair. Yeah, she had that big Texas hair, didn't she? She looked right in place in Texas. I wonder how they sleep, though. I wonder how they sleep. I mean, that seems like a lot to go through every day to try to jack that hair back up. Um, that's the kind of women when they go to the beauty parlor and they sit under the hair dryer. Even when they leave the hair dryer, you can't really tell whether the hair dryer is, away or if it's still there because the volume is just the same. So, but yeah, so Juan Carlos, let me talk about him for a second. So Juan Carlos right here says, I step down so my son won't wither like Charles, says King Juan. Ouch. 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 And he said that while the Queen was still alive. I think he stepped down about 10 years ago, but he said that while the Queen was still alive. Yeah. That he was stepping down so that, because look at the age right there. Long wait. King Charles has been heir apparent. I'm sorry, Prince Charles has been heir apparent for 62 years. So obviously he said that 7 or 8 years ago. And I suppose it was a little bit after he had already stepped down that he gave that interview. But yeah. Um, but the truth is, he stepped down because he was causing too much scandal, scandals that would have toppled the House of Bourbon. I believe that's the name of the Spanish royal family. They're closely related to the Bourbon of France. So they they're direct descendants from the French royal household of Bourbon. So yeah, and maybe that's why the daughter wore white, because white is the official color of the French royal family. The white in the French flag is actually a nod to the Bourbon family. So I think that's a good reason why she wore white, or because she wants people to identify her as a feminist. Maybe that's what it is. And wearing white is the international color of the feminists, is to wear white. So maybe that was a very subtle indication of how she identifies. Let's see. So yeah, that's what Juan Carlos said about stepping down. But let's see, King of Spain told courtiers to abdicate because he did not want his son to wither and grow old waiting for the throne like Prince Charles. It was claimed yesterday King Juan Carlos last week announced that he would hand over to his 46-year-old son, Crown Prince Philippe. In a televised address, the 76-year-old, who has ruled since 1975, said he wanted to herald in a new era and hoped to ensure a younger generation with new energy, I think there's energies, could take over the helm. Okay, so yeah. But other than that, he is a bit of a pain in the neck. My Maya and Luna, thank you so much for being here. And right here, I just want to show you the difference between a very elegant, intelligent, and shall I say, rather regal crown princess, Lenora. Compare that to that ditzy, silly, nonsensical, laugh a minute, take nothing serious, everything is a big joke. Um, Kate Middlebaum. Yeah, Kate Middlebaum, when they sent her out to do some drills and stuff like that, as you can see, it was all just a big laugh and a big joke. You can see Lenora there. She's actually, taking care of things and handling her business. Just goes to show, just goes to show that when you have a commoner like the Middletons, when they come from a very common um, provincial family like that, am I rubbing it in enough? When they come from such a common and provincial family, what else can you expect uh, with those very rural ways, that nouveau riche mentality that they have? And even when it came time to be serious, there she go with them hands again. And look at the guy in the background. He could not be more pissed about it, because there she go with them hands and pretending like she knows something and coming out there with a full face of makeup. And oh, everything is so performative for Will and Kate. I just can't stand them. Oh, I have fun dragging them too. Oh, if there was just somebody else that they could have found. Why did everything is just a joke and so silly? Oh, yeah. Hazel Jones said Spaniards took Sophia's side in that spat. People were screaming at her and Philippe in the streets. Really? Oh, I told you she's a drama mama, though. She knows how to work the crowd. I mean, look, where is that at? Look at her. She knows how to work the crowd, doesn't she? She knows how to whip up a lot of sympathy. Um, she probably peeked when she was sitting there crying. She probably was peeking up under the, looking up under her hair, looking around the room to see if anybody. I shouldn't say that because I don't know for sure. I shouldn't say that, but something tells me that this was all an attempt to try to get invited to that ceremony. But see, the thing is, they didn't want the distraction of the grandparents there. They invited them to come to the other thing later on, but Juan Carlos has tore his last pair of drawers. That's one of those colorful colloquiums that they say in the South. He tore his last pair of drawers, and it's just too embarrassing and too risky to have him around. If you think Charles is good with his bags of money and cash for honors, you ain't heard nothing yet, because Juan Carlos, I mean to tell you, he was living the lifestyles of the rich and famous, and living off other people's money in exchange for what? I don't know. But like I said, he threw them hips out. Uh, you all didn't know that the Spanish royal family was so much fun, did you? Let's see here. Oh, Dell says, "Hello, everyone. I got here as quickly as possible after the Texas Ranger game. I need my Royal Sussex fix. I have fun dragging them too." Well, thank you so much, Dale, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. So I want you all to take note of the contrast. Take a look on the left at that drab, mid-century, dowdy looking, incredibly fashionably cautious and boring Kate, and compare. I hate to do this, but just compare. I hate to do this. Where have I heard that before? Where have I heard that before where somebody hated to do that? Um, I heard that somewhere. Oh, I know who hated to do
in a
that.
Valentino white. Compare, I hate to do this, but compare Meghan in a Valentino white, absolutely wowing the crowds, and dear Kate in that very staid 1940s Amelia Wickstead coat.
Oh, you're really winding me up now, yeah.
Well, I knew that would upset you, Richard, because I know you're more of a Middleton kind of girl and you like the sort of twin set and pearls 50s look. But all I'm saying is, who's speaking to the future generations, the younger generations? It's Meghan.
Yeah, I hate to do it. I hate to compare. But yeah. So there you have a very modern princess, crown princess at that, who managed to give a speech in a room full of, the whole government, the whole parliament, and poor Kate could barely address some preschoolers at one of them little short tables on one of those royal visits. She can barely handle that. So it's just a contrast, and I'm just petty, and I just felt like pointing it out. But yeah, poor Kate. Now, speaking of Kate, Uncle Gary is back. They say Uncle Gary is writing a book and he wants to set the record straight. The last time he gave an interview and he tried to stick up for his niece and for his very somewhat trashy family, very provincial, very common family. Uh, you know what? I am not good at that tone. I'm really forcing it. It's not really my thing, but that very provincial family of his, they're so common and country and so rural. Anyway, that nouveau riche family, I'm rolling my eyes when I say it, that very, very new money family that they have, he had the nerves to try to stick up for them. Let me see. Out for the count, Kate Middleton's uncle Gary Goldsmith arrested on suspicion of thumping wife in the street after 1 a.m. row, that kind of row. The Duchess of Cambridge uncle, businessman, yeah, he's a businessman. Is he a pharmacist? I think he's into pharmaceuticals. Yeah, well, he's back, y'all. I don't know why he looks like he reminds me of Miracle on 34th Street, but because that's one of the Middletons, it's kind of like Miracle. Actually, it, it's not a miracle. It's I'm gonna call him Aberration on 129th Street. Yeah. Not a miracle on 34th Street. It's an aberration on South Water Street or something like that. Woo! Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's no miracle there. That's not a miracle. That's an aberration. That is an abomination. Yes, an abomination on 100 and yeah, on 666th Street. Yeah, nightmare on 666th Street. Yeah. Yeah, he's such a pig. Oh, I can't stand him. Urinating in public, sifting flour at all hours of the night with his big gut sitting on top of the counter. Just a pig. Shamed Gary Goldsmith staggered around London's posh Regent Street before collapsing on the pavement just weeks after being handed a 12-month community for after punching his wife in the face. Gosh, he punched a woman in the face. My goodness. That's unbecoming of the future queen of the United Kingdom's family. Wow. Oh well, that's her uncle. Oh yes, yeah. His drawers all rolled up under his stomach. Ugh, ugh. Yuck, yuck. I wonder how they got that photo though. Well, I tell you what, they usually keep him far away from the family. And it seems like ever since the tabloids have been keeping an eye on the Cambridges, um, well, I guess they stopped watching them, and it looks like they're picking up on their observations again. But yeah, anyway, that's Uncle Gary Goldsmith. And then check it out here. Kate Middleton's uncle exposed as pharmaceutical salesperson. And let's see, that article is from 2009. Ooh, how quickly we forget, right? That article is from 2009. So that was before she married Willie Leaks. And then, of course, since we're on the theme of reminding people where that family comes from, I told you one of my pet peeves is that they love to call Meghan the yacht girl, when the truth is, forging of a princess, how generations of steely social climbing matriarchs shaped Kate Middleton's character. The corporate clients loved her. That's not code, is it? The corporate clients loved her, especially the way she always seemed to be showing off her slender legs in tight blue shorts as she served gin and tonics and lunch. Is that all she was serving? As she was she was working as a deckhand on a 72-foot sailing boat in Solent, looking after important clients for mighty companies such as Barclays, BT, Nokia, Toshiba, and Volkswagen. The year was 2001, and everyone referred to the tall, slim girl earning 40 pounds a day as Beautiful Kate. Huh, interesting. Now, that is very interesting when you consider the nasty negative things that those derangers have implied about the Duchess of Sussex. I don't know that I've ever seen Meghan on a boat. I'm sure she has, but she was there as a guest. The future queen of the United Kingdom was there as an employee. And I'm not sure if that's a euphemism, but she was there as an employee. So I'm just saying that Goldsmith family, well, that's her mother's maiden name, Goldsmith. That Goldsmith family, and of course the Middletons themselves, they are a sorted bunch, aren't they? Yeah. Had your wallet, had your sons, your daughters, had your husbands, had your wives. So anyway, I'm going to move on to another topic. I need to cleanse my palate of those Middletons. St. Louis Globe Democrat, established in 1852, where history repeats itself. Well, back in July in August of 1962, 48 years ago this month. That's, I guess, when the newspaper was established or what. I don't know. But anyway, take a look there. Uh, can tiny Walmart survive against the big guys? Now, the name Walmart derives from Sam Walton, and of course, it's a play on Kmart. Well, he created Walmart. And look at there. Didn't know it was hyphenated, did you? At one time, it was hyphenated. So, Walmart. And if you're old enough, you may remember Woolco, which I think was that part of Woolworth, Woolco? That was like their big chain discount store. And of course, Target. As you can see, the Target logo has changed over the years. And Kmart. Kmart was originally called Kresge's. There was a five and dime store called Kresge's, and Kresge's became Kmart. And I think it was the reverse for Woolco. Woolco was a five and dime that became a discount store. Because I remember they used to advertise Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart, not Walmart, Woolworth and Woolco. They used to advertise them together. I'm showing my age now, right? So, for those of you that are not from the U.S., just so you know, five and dime is a reference to the old Woolworth stores because, things cost 5 cents and 10 cents. So they called it the five and dime. And so if you hear that reference in an old movie, they're usually speaking of a discount store. And in particular, they're probably speaking of the Woolworth store. But yeah, the Woolworth stores, they were like huge back in the day. The last time I shopped at a Woolworth, I was in Berlin, Germany. I think I was in Berlin or Munich. Maybe it was Berlin. I was in Berlin. That was the last time I shopped at a Woolworth store. And nowadays, of course, what has taken the place of the old Woolworth store is the like the dollar store or the pound store. They're not exactly the same because Woolworth, they used to have a restaurant, and they were very different. They had a restaurant and everything. Let's see. Ali B gifted 10 Royal Sussex memberships. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Wow, that was very nice of you. Thank you. Now, I have no idea how that works, but thank you. And for those of you who receive it, the question is, do I have to do anything? Do I have to give them to somebody or something? Because I don't know what to do with that, but I do thank you for it. Audrey Teschner, let's see. Morning, Baron, Mod Squad, and all Squad family around the world. Blessed and peaceful Wednesday to all. I pray Church Deli is doing better. Amen to that, Audrey Teschner, and thank you so much for being here, and as always, for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Yeah, so I wish VS was here because she knows how that stuff works. I've always had to ask VS for help, but I don't know how that works. But I thank you. Let's see here. So, I mean, look at that old newspaper. Soviet Union is suspected of building missile sites in Cuba. It is 1962. Wow, 1962. And they were wondering if Walmart was going to survive. Now, if you take a look on the right side, I think I can answer that question. Walmart Inc., United States, right? Walmart, $572.75 billion in retail sales. Amazon, 239.15 billion. Costco, 195. Swartz Group, Germany. Home Depot. Kroger's, that's the supermarket chain. JD.com, that's in China, whatever that is. And then Walgreen Booths Alliance. I didn't know that Walgreen and Booths Pharmacy, they have that in the UK. I used to shop there. I didn't know that that was one and the same, but apparently Walgreens and Booths are in cahoots together. And then there's Aldi's. And remember, there are two Aldis. There's Aldi Nord, the North Aldis, and then there's Aldi Sud, if I'm saying it right, which is the Southern Aldis. And so I don't want to add to the confusion, but the Aldis of the North owns Trader Joe's in the US. The Aldis of the South owns the Aldis that we use in the US. Is that confusing? The Aldi brothers inherited the company after the father died, and they split the company. They sell pretty much the same way, but they split the company. So the Aldis that's represented here, I'm going to guess is the one from the South. So must be interesting on Christmas Day when the family gets together, huh? Really, $30 million dollars? Huh, that's interesting. Well, why don't he help his sister with her party pieces? Shells Bell says, Baron, you just brought me back to remember the Piggly Wiggly and the Winn Dixie. Hulk, Hulk, take me to the Piggly Wiggly. That's what driving Miss Daisy. Hulk, Hulk, take me to the Piggly Wiggly. Hazel Jones says, love Woolworth ice cream. Iced raisin bread. Iced raisin bread. The lunch counter was always busy. Yeah, you go over there and get yourself a BLT and a milkshake or have some coffee and pie. Yeah, Woolworths was nice with their lunch counter. Oh, well, those were the days. Dale, have not been there yet, but Dale, listen, just go into Trader Joe's and walk around. Um, it's just like Aldi's, but the food is very healthy. But they don't have like a meat counter and all that kind of stuff. But the quality of the food is very good. And like their frozen dinners and stuff. I'll give you one good example that I love about Trader Joe's. Let's say you have a sweet tooth and you're trying to avoid high fructose corn syrup. I don't know that I've ever bought anything from Trader Joe's that was made with high fructose corn syrup. Everything is usually made with real cane sugar. So that's one example of the healthy choices of food they have. Still fattening stuff, still healthy stuff like any other store, except the ingredients I think is usually better. So, and yeah, I love all Trader Joe's. It's like the best store, I think. They don't have the vast selection, and that's why I say it's kind of like Aldi's because they usually have a limited amount of different types of products. But yeah, just go in Trader Joe's and shop. I went in Trader Joe's because I had moved near Trader Joe's, and now I go into Trader Joe's because I love Trader Joe's. It's like a few things that I just have to have. Okay, moving on. But yes, I think Walmart is going to be okay. And right here, you can see ranked number one: Walmart, Amazon, CVS Pharmacy, Costco, Home Depot, Kroger, Walgreens Boots Alliance, Target, Lowe's, and Carrefour. I don't know what Carrefour is, but Carrefour. And that, of course, is here's a list of top 10 retail companies in the world 2023. So Sam Walton, who drove the same pickup truck his entire life, as a matter of fact, if the Walton children were to combine their money, let's say if there was only one member of the family that inherited the money, that person would be the wealthiest person in the world by far. But their wealth, like if you look at the Forbes list of wealthiest people, you'll see the Forbes on there several times, and you'll also see the Pritzkers. You'll see the Pritzkers on that list. If you don't know the Pritzkers, they keep a pretty low profile. The Pritzkers are the owners of the Hyatt Hotel company. Hyatt Hotel, they don't own all the properties. Some of their properties, they just manage them. But yeah, they're like the Hiltons, the Pritzkers, and they are very, very wealthy, and they donate a lot of money to a lot of different causes and stuff. So you'll see them on that Forbes 400 list. Really? British? I didn't know that. Was he born in the UK? Or did he just yeah, I didn't know that. I thought he was born in the US. I know they had that big what is it? The Woolworth building in New York was like the tallest building in the world for about 5 minutes. But no, I didn't know that he was from the UK. That's interesting. F.W. Woolworths ceased operation in 1997. How sad. I think they were around. Oh, Woolco. Yeah, Woolco was part of Woolworths. Now, I think they licensed the name Woolworth, didn't they? Didn't they license that name to other people? And then in some countries where they don't have that type of thing, let me see the article about the company known as Foot Locker, blah, 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 related to see Woolworth, F.W. Woolworth. Founded in 1879, they were in business 144 years. Wow. They became defunct 26 years ago. Isn't that something? Frank Winfield Woolworth. Well, let me see where he was born. Frank Winfield Woolworth was born in New York, and he died in New York. The F.W. Woolworth Company is now Foot Locker. Okay, that's strange. Yeah, and he's buried in the Bronx. So, Five and Dime, variety store is known as the Five and Dime. 5 cents, 10 cents. Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia. Okay. He was born in the U.S. Cynthia Steer. That's what the thing said. I mean, I thought he was an American, but won't hold that against him. Okay, so let's move on. Now, you guys, I don't mean to disparage anyone because we're all God's children. Amen, right? Right? We're all God's children. And there's a place for all of us in this world. But I was just saying some time ago that it seems like the old idea of what makes a news correspondent the idea of what looks like a person that should be doing the news on television has changed a bit, if you ask me. Mermaid hair, leopard skin coat, after six eyeshadow. Now, I'm not coming for her. I'm not dragging her. I think she's a very beautiful woman, but I'm just a little surprised because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? When I grew up watching television, the guys had the sideburns. It was the 70s when I really watched the news. They had the sideburns and that 70s hair, the comb over and everything. And then back in the 80s, they went for a shorter haircut and very businesslike and dignified. Well, anyway, nowadays, it's like you turn on the television. I've seen people that seem like they would have come from a variety of careers, not necessarily associated with television. So this is a Los Angeles correspondent, and well, anyway, she's out in the field and she's covering a story. And like I said, I was just surprised because I um, I would have thought that this was Fashion Week or maybe a red carpet event. And sadly, I don't want to tell you the gruesome details of this report because it's very disturbing. But I was just very surprised that um, that that was the way that they dress in LA to do the news. That's it. I'm not going to add anything else to it. I'm not going to pick on anybody or anything like that. But I'm just thinking about the way Oprah Winfrey said that she was run out of town because she had that little short afro and she wasn't blonde and she didn't look like the type of woman that they expected to have on television. When she was doing the news, her co anchor hated her. I mean, hated her, literally could not stand her. He was angry because he had to work with the heavyset black woman. And so Oprah was miserable and she decided that she would audition for a television show in Chicago called AM Chicago. And when she went for the interview, Dennis Swanson, who was the director of the or the editor, whatever that is, the boss at the television station, he interviewed her and he said he liked her. And then she said, "Well, I got to tell you, I'm not blonde." And he said, "Yeah, I know. And I'm not, uh, whatever, however she said, skinny." And he said, "Yeah, I know. I'm looking at you." And then he rubbed his big tummy and said, "I don't think anybody's going to say anything about that here." And so eventually she got the job and now she's retired, but for 25 years she was the biggest thing on television. She was the poster child for the talk show. Yeah, she owned that genre. She was her own competition. Emmy after Emmy, the best production team on television. And so when I think about that and I look at this very nice lady, I'm just like, wow, why did they run her out of town? But then again, I guess they was I'm not even gonna quote that comment, but lip balm. I need lip balm. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all trying to make me split my lip again. So anyway, you guys, television has changed a lot. When I turn on the television and I see who's doing the local news, sometimes I can barely believe my eyes. I'm just like, wow. our standards have changed, no less. You would think that a leopard skin coat would have called you into the manager's office, right? Uh-uh. It's 2023, and people are doing what the F they want to do. So that's it. This is just one of those little tidbits that I noticed, and I just felt like talking about it. But she's a lovely lady. She's respected by the television community, and I'm sure she does a great job. Now, happy Halloween, or as Nana and Angela Levin says, Tuesday. Uh, for them, every day is Halloween. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yep, they put anybody on television, as evident by Nana and Angela Levin. They'll put anybody on TV. Let's not forget this wicked witch, the Wicked Witch of Wessex. Yes, the Wicked Witch of Wessex with that doggy doo hat on her head. The Wicked Witch of Wessex. Now, I got a few Halloween photos I want to share with you. This is a member of the royal household. Someone posted this earlier. I still cannot figure out who it's supposed to be, but your guess is just as good as mine. But someone posted that on the interweb, and I was just like, who is that? I don't know. It's difficult. It's difficult. But Compton Cali gal, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that's who it is. Yes. Yes. Now, let's go back to last year when Donatella Lemon, who seems to have an end for Harry and Meghan. Isn't that something? Who did he dress up as for Halloween? Meghan, and her husband dressed as Harry. Yeah. And I would love to believe that Donatella had to go shopping to find that outfit, but something tells me that that may have been in the back of the closet for a while. That may have been in the closet for a while. Yeah, it wasn't a matter of going shopping. It was just like, honey, can you just reach back there and hand me that black outfit? Yeah, and there's a hat up there on the shelf too. Uh-huh. And the black stilettos. Thank you. Something tells me that before Meghan wore this to the Queen's funeral, somebody else was channeling Diana Ross in mahogany. Yeah, something tells me that somebody seems to fancy themselves as Diana Ross in mahogany. Do you know what you're going through? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? I don't know. All right. And then, of course, take a look on the left side. I've had that photo for a couple of years. E equals MC square. I'm going to let you guess who that is. And then here on the right side, this is a guy that works in a factory or something like that. And well, he does channel Prince Harry. He is kind of serving a little bit of Prince Harry. I could see it. Yes, Minnie Einstein. That's right. That is little Albert Einstein. Yeah, little Einstein. That is cute. And how about there's Harry and Meghan to your left, to your center, and to your right. I think they've done a great job. I mean, you don't want to blow your rent money trying to establish a look, but I think they've done a great job. Good night, Celia E. Nelson. And then to continue, this was from Book Day. You guys remember they had Book Day, and kids all over the country were dressed up as Prince Harry, holding the issue of Spare. He didn't make it to preschool today, but doesn't mean we couldn't dress up for the occasion still. How much fun is that? Adorable. And check it out. There is a few of those Prince Harrys. Some of them are actually redheads, I see. Aw, that is cute. I know, it's so cute. Oh, I got one that's really going to knock your socks off. Don't go anywhere yet. So anyway, there's a collage of the Harrys, and you can see, and again, this was Book Day. I believe it was Book Day. St. Mary's School. Yeah, congratulations to our senior house costume competition winners. Ah, there's Prince Charming. There's another Prince Harry with the red beard and everything. I love that they go through the trouble to do the beard. Wasn't this worth waiting for? Ah, Prince Harry book-alikes. It's not a look-alike, it's a book-alike. Prince Harry book-alike. Oh, this is so adorable. I love it. I love it. Me, who can't stand to be around kids, and I'm just with their minor and viruses and their clammy, sticky hands and always knocking stuff over and bumping into you. And I love kids. And always asking the same questions over and over again. They're just adorable. I love them. Aww, how cute. How cute. And there's Harry as Spider-Man. Do you guys remember that? That was for the whale child. He dressed up like Spider-Man. And you know what? Harry runs around the stately palatial Montecito Sussex manor playing around with Archie and Lily dressed up as Spider-Man in Montecito where there are no leaks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take an occasion for Harry to break out the Spider-Man outfit. And there's the Sussex family. Oh, look how adorable, little Queen Lizzie. How adorable. There's Archie and Lily and well, actually that's mini Harry and mini Meghan. And the Queen. And I guess that's Archie that she's holding. Oh, okay, I get it. You guys, I could just look at these photos forever. And look at there. Look at there. Is it the wedding day again? Look at those little chubby cheeks. You could just pinch those little chubby cheeks. They're all red and chubby. Aww, how adorable. I know, Joyce. I'm having so much fun now. How adorable. I just love the little queen though. Look at the little queen. She's got a little purse. She's wearing the hat and everything. They're just so precious. And you guys, if you remember this from the docuseries, that was the last day that Harry and Meghan were free as a couple before people found out that they were dating, before someone leaked that they were dating. They said it was going to be in the papers, and they decided to dress up like it was the apocalypse and just have fun. Imagine that Harry and Meghan and Jack Brooksbank and Eugenie, right? Eugenie, all of them out for Halloween. Aren't you proud of me? I didn't call him the bartender. Jack and Eugenie and Harry and Meghan out having fun on Halloween before things changed, before it was announced that they were dating or leaked that they were dating. They were able to anonymously go to a party and nobody was the wiser. Yeah, they are kind of dressed up like Beyond the Thunderdome, right? The only thing missing is Tina Turner. Now, I can't explain this. This looks like, when I saw it, I was like, Mother of Annie Lennox, what is going on? Well, that is the Wessexes, or should I say the Edinburgh. That is the Edinburghs. It does not surprise me that the two of them like to dress up. Now, what they're limited to, I can't say because it wouldn't be polite, but it just doesn't surprise me that they like to dress up. That's all I'm saying. Kat Harlem, thank you so much for 14 months membership. Hey, Baron and Sussex Squad, I'm working late, midnight, preparing for my presentation at work in 8 hours. Just stopping in to say hello. Wish me good luck. Yes, good luck to you, Kat Harlem. I hope it's amazing. I hope you get some rest before you have to do it. And just be yourself. That's all they want. Just be yourself, and it'll all come together. Yes, the bartender. The bartender. Now, it looks like our Surgeon General has a sense of humor. Dr. Vivek Murthy. There is his Surgeon General costume. Surgeon General Bestie includes one friendly smile, one shoulder to cry on, one cell phone for calling just to check in, 30 minutes of uninterrupted quality time, and 2 tickets to We Are Made to Connect college tour. That's cool. Now, I think that is like some type of little template or something, and you could add your own, because remember they had the one with Kate and her claws. So yeah, I've seen that before. But yeah, it's like you can make it your own Halloween costume. And take a look on the right. That's a throwback picture, a photo of the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, as Superman. Now that was some years ago. I think that girl is probably in high school now, but yeah, he makes a good Superman. And check out the other Harrys and Megans. There's a Meg. I think the girl on the left side there did an amazing job pulling together that green outfit. And it looks like that is the real deal dress there on the right side. And I'm sorry, in the middle. And on the right side, they got the look going. It doesn't take too much imagination to know that that's Harry and Meghan. So a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm glad people are having fun with it. And this is a YouTuber, not necessarily for Halloween, but I think that maybe she can sew, or maybe she just has the money to find the outfits. But no, it looks like these are the actual outfits But yeah, she likes to dress up like celebrities, and she is crushing that Megan look. She is crushing it. Huh. I mean, I think she's done an amazing job. Yeah, she looks good. She looks darn good. Bum 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 da 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 da. Lamont, you dummy. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Lamont, you big dummy. Esther, you so ugly I could take your face and dip it in some cookie dough and and dip it in some dough and make gorilla cookies. Hold on now, Fred Sanford. You better watch it, Fred Sanford, you old fish-eyed fool. Isn't that the cutest? This is my new favorite. Is Lamont and Fred Sanford. That is my new favorite Halloween. Lamont and Fred Sanford, Sanford and Son. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba 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 da 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 da. That is so cute. That is the cutest thing ever. Ever. And then, of course, there's Harry as an elf, I think. Yeah, as a little elf. There's Harry. That was a very serious looking kid. And this is Justin Trudeau today. Justin Trudeau and his daughter, or daughters. That is Justin Trudeau today. Uh, uh, I would be very uncomfortable if my child walked in the house with that costume, but okay. Okay. I guess we're going slasher movie, are we? Okay. All right then. And moving on. This is the last one, you guys, and I'm going to say this is my I'm not going to say it's my favorite, but he understood the assignment. I'm just going to say that he understood the assignment. He understood. He knew what was at stake. Oh, it's not the last one. I'm sorry, it's not the last one. But he knew what was at stake, and he knew the very important role that was required. And so he decided to go along with it. If you want to go back to, what was it, Alabama this fall or this summer? Yes. How funny is that? He understood the assignment. That's all I could say. Um, you got to really be secure to do that one. I'm going to give him a bell for best costume. It's not the cutest, but I'm going to give him a bell for best costume. And now, oh, you know what? I have a video. Before I forget the video, let me do the video. Before I forget it, let me do the video. You are just going to love it. Some of you all may have seen it already because I did post it earlier, but oh, I'm doing that all wrong. Hold on a second. Ba-sa-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da. Is that clever? Okay, so the Fred Sanford and Lamont is the cutest. Um, I am going to say that this was well. I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a win, but I'm going to say that's the best costume. That's the most courageous. But the Aladdin, this is the most innovative, the most ingenious. I love that. I love that. That is so cool. This is why I love New York City. And there's some people in New York that will see something like that and not even blink. New Yorkers are very blasé. In New York, if you don't see somebody going down the street like that every so often, people think something ain't right. That is clever. That is, yeah, I'm going to give them a bell for being clever. Okay. Now, let's get to Mary Poppins. So, I'm going to give the newly minted Princess of Wales her due for always finding some ridiculous costume to wear, like the day she decided she would pretend to be Mary Poppins. Or how about that day when she decided to go out as Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies? Yeah, yeah, that was one of the more interesting out. And the thing is, to show you how ahead of the curve she is, it wasn't even Halloween, but you wouldn't know it. Jet. And of course, the one woman ecosystem. There is Kate giving you the Jolly Green Giant. There's Kate as Kermit the Frog. And how about Kate as the Windsock? Yes, Kate as a Windsock. And I don't want to leave him out of it. I don't want to leave him out of it. William as the Mitchum Roll-On deodorant bottle, right? William as the Mitchum Roll-On deodorant bottle. And how about Camilla Tominey, one of the heads of Easter Island? Huh? That's clever. The troll. The troll. Wait a minute, is that the right one? Oh, okay, yeah, that's the costume. That's Angela, and then this is the troll doll. So yeah, some of those people, like I say, for Angela 11, it's not Halloween; it's just Tuesday. It's not Halloween, it's Tuesday. And of course, one of the squatties made this a while ago. And yeah, this is pretty much how most of us picture her, is just riding her broom all over the place, riding around looking for William, trying to figure out where William is. And of course, thanks to Legs, we have found Kate's most clever costume, Cousin It. Yes. And the thing about it is, it was there all the time, and I didn't even see it. But Kate Middleton as Cousin It, separated at birth, Cousin It. See what I mean? You could barely tell one from the other. Truth is, you never see Cousin It and Kate in the same room at the same time. Pretty clever. And how about that day that Kate came to Boston dressed up like Chairman Mao? There's Kate Middleton wearing one of those Chairman Mao outfits. Tunic, straight leg pants, Chairman Mao. Cheap fabric, Chairman Mao. Whether she's going to Boston to try to what do you call it? To try to figure out what Earthshot in early years is, or whether she's taking a chance to walk around pretending like she's the chairman of the party of the People's Revolution, such as Kate. Now, I think that was the last of the Halloween stuff. Thank you all for hanging out for that. That was a lot of fun, and thanks for letting me share that. Now, a YouTuber finally demonetized this anti-Meghan hate channel for buying fake subscribers. She is threatening to post on Rumble if it's not resolved by Sunday, where she will only earn $20 monthly versus $3,000 plus with YouTube. Is going well. I didn't want to share her name, but it's going through some things. Yeah. So this person who has a YouTube channel is was accused of buying subscribers. I didn't know that was a thing. I have heard it before, but who knows what that entails. But apparently you can buy subscribers. Now, if she did buy subscribers, and we don't know that she did, but if she did buy subscribers, she didn't do a good job of it, because she's only got about 62,000 subscribers, which is, far more than I have. But she says she earned them, right? But that's what she was accused of. And anyway, so she has been demonetized. So I'm not wishing anything bad on her, but I'm just saying that's what they said. And check it out. And I think, is this the last thing for today? Yes, this is the last thing for today. Did you know the original Playboy Club costume was designed by, I can't see the name. Hold on a second. Zelda Wynn. Yeah, Zelda Wynn. Zelda Wynn Valdez, a Black designer. She also opened the first ever Black-owned boutique in Manhattan in 1948. She began to develop her skill by studying through her grandmother and working for her uncle's tailoring business. She made clothes for her dolls and eventually made her grandmother a dress. Her grandmother was so impressed, despite doubting Valdez could construct an outfit, an outfit to fit her tall frame, her grandmother was buried in the same dress Zelda made for her. Valdez, I don't know why I'm struggling with that name. First job was at a fancy boutique where she had to try very hard to prove she was capable. Over time, her good work were recognized and wanted by those who doubted her as a Black woman. Valdez moved to New York and opened her boutique, Chez Zelda. Oh, that's original. On Broadway and 158th Street. She then moved a store to Midtown Manhattan at West 57th Street. Ooh, now that's doing it, ain't it? That's West 57th Street. Come on, girl. Valdez attracted many celebrities, such as some of her clients included notable Black women of her era, including Marian Anderson, Dorothy Dandridge, Sarah Bond, Josephine Baker, Joyce Bryant, Ella Fitzgerald, and Mae West. And in 1949, Valdez became president of the New York chapter of the NAFAD, the National Association of Fashion and Accessory Designers, a coalition of Black designers that was founded by Mary McLeod Bethune. At the age of 65, Valdez was hired by Arthur Mitchell to design outfits for the Dance Theater of Harlem. Later, Valdez was commissioned by Hugh Hefner to design the first Playboy bunny outfit. At 83 years old, Valdez closed her business to retire from fashion. I just had a God-given talent for making people beautiful, Zelda said during a 1994 interview with the New York Times. Zelda Wynne Valdez died at age 96 in 2001. I love that. So that is the original designer, the first Playboy outfit. Go figure. I mean, Hugh Hefner just walks in the shop and says, you know what? I need a bunny costume. And the rest, of course, is history. All right. All right. So, you guys, thank you very much. Love you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Halloween or happy Wednesday to you. Or, of course, for those two misfits of television, Tuesday. It's just Tuesday. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I'm not surprised she designed clothes for Mae West, though. I should not be surprised because Mae West did not like going into a haberdashery. Mae West was very dependent upon privacy. And they said a lot of times she would window shop at night and then she would go and have somebody make her clothes for her. So it all makes sense now. Okay. All right. So that's it then. Thank you very much. Thank you, moderators, as always, for keeping this a safe space. And thank you to everyone for your very generous, thoughtful, and kind donations. Greatly appreciate it. And what else? Oh, yes. Please keep praying for our church, Nellie, that she can come back and keep us in stitches soon. Okay. Yeah, and you all are lucky because I never really get a chance to hear what Church Nellie is saying or see what she's saying because I'm usually busy over here, but it seems like it's memorable stuff. So let me see here. Oh, that's it then. Let us the last word of the day. Let me see. The last word of the day is let me find something. Let me find something appropriate. something to close it out. Well, you know what? I think this is very timely. Dear God, today don't let me lose my joy, my peace, my mind, or my focus. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. So, yeah, don't let us lose our joy, our peace, and our mind, and we don't want to lose our focus. We got to stay focused. Yeah, because there's so much going on in the world, and we just have to try to keep it together because there's people that need us, people that depend upon us, right? Oh, this is really sweet. I love the people who saw me when I was invisible to everyone else. Aw, I like that. I love the people who saw me when I was invisible to everyone else. Ooh, this is deep. This is really deep. Is it better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not? Huh? Is it better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not? Huh. Okay. And with that, you guys, I am going to say good night and see you all tomorrow, November the 1st. And then, of course, my birthday is Friday. Uh, I don't mind getting older. I just don't like what gravity does to the human body. That's all. It's not the age, it's the gravity. I mean, making allowances for wear and tear. I'm certainly not to be had for a cocktail. Um, Actually, I'm just kidding. I am pretty cheap. Uh, a cocktail, a happy meal, I'm all yours. But yeah, so it's not the age, it's the gravity. As Nora Ephraim says, I apologize in advance for my neck. Remember Nora Ephraim wrote that book, I apologize in advance for my neck. She understands or understood. I think she passed away a little while ago. Uh, okay. Well, I got to go, y'all. I need to go and break a couple of mirrors around here. They lie to you. They lie. Actually, I still look cute. I look in the mirror and I'm like, look at that beautiful brown skin. Just cute. I still got it. I still got it. Okay. Hello. Is this the Daily Mail? Senior Royal here. I said Senior Royal here. I have a story to leak. Senior Royal here. Although it's probably hard to get through because surely someone from Kensington Palace is on the phone. Hello, Senior Royal here. I said Senior Royal. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you betcha. You betcha. Uh, I'm just kidding. Of course. I always take time for myself. But thank you so much for thinking about me. But yeah, of course. Let's see here. All right, I'm just glancing at some of your comments. All right. See you all, and good night to our queens. Where are our queens? There we go. And good night to our queens. And get rid of that back there. Perfection. Okay. See you tomorrow. Love you guys.